So welcome back. Game two here. As Ty Cook on the mound for the Saints. As Julio Canales lead things off. Canales, game one, reached on a double. Also got a hit and walked. Oh, it was hit by a pitch. First pitch there from Ty Cook is a ball, 1-0. Ty Cook 0-1 on the season. And that one's a little off the plate, and 2-0 the count now. So 2 balls, no strikes. And that's there for a strike, and the count 2-1 now. Ty Cook a 6.75 earned run average so far this year. That's over the left. And Montejano underneath that one, and what away. And so Devon Garcia coming up now, the center fielder. And Kenny Otero and the also due up here this top half of the first. Sayas defensively is Mahalov in right, Diaz in center, Montejano left field. First base, Jacob Mitchell. Chapa over at second. Martinez short. And Dayton at third. Robert Lopez behind the plate, catching. And Ty Cook on the mound. 1 ball, 1 strike there after the swing and the miss from Garcia. That's a grounder past the diving Dayton. And a runner aboard with 1 out here in the top half of the first inning. And that is going to bring up Kenny Otero. So Otero coming up to the plate. Otero getting the win. 7-inning shutout in game 1. With 10 strikeouts. That's there over to first. Watching Garcia over at first. And again, throw over. That's Otero. 0 for 2 in game 1. There's the pitch there. Low for a ball, 1-0 the count. So 1 ball, no strikes. With 1 out here in the top of the first inning. Saints trying to bounce back after 1-0 loss in game 1. Again, another throw over on Garcia. So the pitch. Therefore, strike, and the count evens 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1 pitch here as Cook throws again over to first base. Junior out of Highlands, Texas. Looking to bounce back after the loss last Friday. 1-1, and that's going to hit the batter. So 2 aboard now with 1 out. Runners first and second with 1 out. Logan Herring coming to the plate. Herring went 0 for 3 in game 1. Steps up to the plate here. As Cook step off and talk to Rolo for a moment. As Herring, 345 hitter a year ago, 6 home runs and 36 RBIs. And the pitch, swing and a miss on that one. 0-1 the count to Herring. Herring, a senior from DeKalb, Illinois. One ball, one strike now the count. One ball, one strike. And fouled back. The count 1-2. Here to Herring with a Z. Wesley in the on deck circle. So one ball, two strikes. And again, that'll be pulled foul. It stays 1-2. And time called there.
So I have to play his stuff now?
Play the mound visit. Because they're taking forever, so. Oh. So they're going to be ruled an out because of using an illegal bat. So two down now. So that's sure it was a legal bat was a call there. So two outs now. So at least we didn't have a George Brett moment with the pine tar. As coming out to talk As Nate Breland, the head coach, Central Methodist, out to talk to the home plate umpire again there. As Coach Ogney saw something, went out there, and the umpires ruled it was an illegal bat. So they out there. 2 outs now with runners at first and second. And the throw over. And no, they said he's safe at second. As Chapa trying to argue the case at second. And that's going to bring Ogney back out to the mound. Or out to talk to the umpire. So Coach Brian Ogney out to talk to the umpire. Now he's going to make his way back out. So no ball. Runners at first and second, 2 outs now. The pitch there from Ty Cook is pitch inside there for a ball. 1-0 the count. Here is Z Wesley coming up to the plate. Wesley picked up his first home run of the year in game one, the only run of game one. It's a big shot to left center. And that one hooking inside, but not enough inside, and it's going to be 2-0 the count to Z Wesley. So 2 balls, no strikes. That one right up the middle off of Cook. Martinez to first. That'll do it. They'll leave 2 aboard, and we'll head to the bottom of the first. Saints get their first at bat. You're watching Saints Baseball on the OLLU Saints Network, KSAT.com. And welcome back. Next broadcast will be tomorrow. Women and men's basketball. The Saints take on University of the Southwest. Starting off at 2 o'clock. Women's basketball tip-off at 2. Men at about 4 o'clock tip-off. It's Matt Mahaloff to lead things off. It's Mahaloff, Diaz, and Robert Lopez. On the bottom of the first, Mahaloff 400 on the season, 538 on base percentage. The first pitch there for a strike on the outside edge there. 0-1 the count to Mahalov. Mahalov, the senior out of Conroe, Texas. Graduated back in May. Now a grad student at Our Lady of the Lake and sends that one left side foul. An 0-2 the count now on Mahalov. So no balls, 2 strikes. To Mahalov. Finds its way into center. Mahalov will lead off with a single. One aboard here for Jose Diaz.
Next up for the Saints, the center fielder, number 13, Jose Diaz.
So Diaz coming up to the plate with a one aboard. Nobody out. A pitch in there for strike, 0-1 the count to Diaz. So Diaz, a 385 hitter with an RBI this year, 429 on base percentage. Had a couple of hits in game 1. And a stolen base, his first stolen base of the season. And that's going to be there, and that's going to be just off the plate. Asking if he went around, and said he did not. And so the count evens at 1 ball, 1 strike. Runner at first, nobody out here. Bottom of the first, still scoreless from Missions Baseball Academy. And the Saints trying to bounce back from the loss in game 1. We're now 1-3 on the season. A throw over to first. As Nick Merkel, starting pitcher. For Central Methodist, that's going to be their ball. 2-1 the count to Diaz. Nick Merkel, a junior right-hander out of Spokane, Washington. 2-1. For a strike and the count 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes. The throw over to first. Two balls, 2 strikes. That gets away. Mahalov on his way to second as Macias lost track of the ball. Finally, he'll come up with it, and it's going to be. And so Mahalov now at second with nobody out. The count is full for Jose Diaz. Diaz, the senior from Cuba. And a 3-2 pitch. That's rolling over there and able to pull that one there is Canales. Will reach out for it, pull it in, and one away. As Mahalov stays at first.
Batting third, the catcher, number 22, Robert Lopez.
So Robert Lopez To the plate with a runner at second and one out.
Some days you're the pigeon, some days you're the statue.
Have you guys ever heard of
I heard it being
if an
filled
owl
out.
if an owl runs into a window? That's like a bad
Maybe they did.
it's like a bad omen. Omen into my roommate and the
Who
next
says so?
I don't know. But we had 3 bad things happen to us the next day. So I think it's real.
I will believe that when I see it.
So no balls, one strike here. The count.
Oh, it's going to be like this the rest of the day. So, yeah, there's trying and there's doing. I don't have kids, but I have dad jokes.
And that's it high in the air. And coming over for it. And pulling it in. Is Schwellenbach. So 2 down.
Batting cleanup, the first baseman, number 23, Jacob Mitchell.
So 2 outs now. The runner at second. Still scoreless here. One ball, no strikes here. 2 outs. Over to Jacob Mitchell.
First sport mentioned in the Bible. Give the big inning.
So 1 ball, no strikes. 2 outs here. The pitch. There for a strike. Oh, no, for a ball. The count 2-0
Doesn't make sense.
to Jacob Mitchell.
Why does it take longer to go from second to third than it does from first to second?
So 2 balls, no strikes. 2 outs here.
Quick coaching, I have a career with Laffy Taffy.
It's 2-0 the count.
I just said, I asked him, I said, what was he watching the first game? And he said, yeah. And he said he's trying to watch the second game now. He can't get it going. And I said, okay, well, I'll go and make sure that it's, yeah.
So 3-0 the count to Mitchell.
So I'm guessing he's what central about this. And this buddy's in Illinois, so.
So 3 balls, no strikes. 2 outs here. Runner in scoring position is Mahalev. Still scoreless, bottom half of the first. And a pitch. Ball 4. So runners at first and second now with 2 outs.
Batting fifth, playing left field, number 15, Jacob Montano.
So Montahano coming to the plate.
I'm going to introduce him as the guy that understands all companies.
That's Montahano to the plate. Rough game 1 for Montano. And a ball there, 1 ball, no strikes. So 1 ball, no strikes, and that's going to be chop foul down the third base side. The count goes. So 1-1 on the count. It's 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. And the pitch. Watches that one. 1-2 now to Montano. 500 hitter on the year, 5 RBIs, 571 on base percentage. That's over to third. As Schwellenbach will step on the bag, and that'll do it. Saints will leave 2 aboard. We'll head to the top of the second, still scoreless. You're watching Saints Baseball on the OLLU Saints Network and KSAT.com. Top of the second inning. So Sergio Macias to lead things off for Central Methodist here. Swing and a miss there. And 0-1 the count there to Macias. It's Cook. Pitch there past the batter. Ty Cook, good job of getting out of trouble in that first inning. That's that one. That one curves out of the zone. The count evens 1 ball, 1 strike. So Macias sends that one up the middle. Martinez brings it in. Over to first. 1 down.
97th, number 2, the right fielder, Adrian Martinez.
So Adrian Martinez now coming up to the plate. The right fielder. Martinez went 0 for 2, struck out twice in game 1. That's Mason Schwellenbach on the on-deck circle. And the pitch. Low away ball. 1-0 the count to Martinez. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. One out, nobody aboard here. The pitch from Ty Cook. And that's going to be inside, 2-1. That's away, ball 3-1 the count. So 3 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. And the pitch coming here from Ty Cook. Swing on that one. The count goes full. Saints will be back in action next week on the 7th and 8th of February. And strike three. Two down. And that will bring up Mason Schwellenbach.
Number 15, the third baseman, Mason Schwellenbach.
The Saints again taking on Tabor College. The Kansas Collegiate Athletic Conference next week. Doubleheaders on Friday and Saturday. 1 o'clock start time next Friday. The first pitch there from Cook to Schwellenbach there for strike 0-1. Next broadcast will be tomorrow, starting at 2. Saints basketball. Women's basketball at 2 o'clock start, and men's basketball 4 o'clock against the University of the Southwest. No balls, 2 strikes now to count to Schwellenbach, with 2 outs in the second. So 3 balls, 2 strikes to count here. And that is going to be pushed foul down the right field side. This count stays full, 3-2. The 3-2 pitch, swing and a miss. 1-2-3, they go in the second. Bottom of the second coming up, still scoreless. Watching Saints baseball on the OLLU Saints Network and KSAT.com. And welcome back. Noah Rodriguez, Connor Dayton due up after that, and then Alec Martinez. So no balls, 1 strike. And he'll go around on that one, the count 0-2 on Noah Rodriguez.
Really needs to stop playing tricky in timeouts. And it's so clear. Yes.
So no balls, 2 strikes. That's it high in the air. Back it goes to the wall, and it is out of here. Noah Rodriguez with the home run.
See ya, touchable Noah Rodriguez.
As Noah Rodriguez, first home run of the season for him, first home run for the Saints. And we're tied at 1. So the Saints with a 1-0 lead here in the bottom half of the second inning.
Next up for the Saints, the third baseman, number 5, Connor.
So Connor Dayton coming up to the plate.
Noah Rodriguez? Yes. What song did he play?
There. Grounder over to second. Misplayed over at second. And going to beat the throw. So Connor Dayton reaching first on the air by second baseman Julio Canales. And that will bring up Alec Martinez to the plate.
Number 9, Alec Martinez.
So Alec Martinez with a runner at first. Nobody out. As Canales got caught looking over to first base before he had the ball in his glove. And bobbles that one. So runner at first, nobody out now. So Saints with a run aboard here in the bottom of the second. And the first pitch, Martinez low ball, 1-0 the count. And Ryan Chapa and the on deck circle. It's 1 ball, no strikes. And that's low and away. And 2-0 the count here on Martinez. So 2 balls, no strikes.
Better not be to me.
The pitch. Away ball, 3-0 the count. Now Martinez. A junior out of Corpus Christi. Batting 125 of the year, 222 on base percentage. So 3 balls, no strikes. And the pitch. Called a strike, 3-1 the count now on Martinez. Martinez walked in game 1. Now the 3-1 pitch. Inside, ball 4. So runners at first and second now.
Now batting for the Saints.
And a visit to the mound. As a visit to the mound. So they'll go out to talk to the pitcher as giving up 1 run already off the home run. Now runner at first and second now. Nobody out. The bottom half of the second inning. As Nick Merkel, the manager, will go back to him. That'll bring up Chapa to the plate as Ryan Chapa. The pitch there from Merkel. Ball, 1-0 the count. So 1 ball, no strikes to Diaz. So 1 ball, no strikes. Oh, therefore a strike in the count, 1-1. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Runner at second for Diaz. Actually lined to second his last time up. Batting .357 on the season with an RBI. And he'll push that one foul out of play in the count 1-2. To Jose Diaz. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes. As the debut for Merkel has not gone quite to what he was hoping. And the throw there, and that's high in the air to Garcia. Garcia steps underneath it. 2 down. And Mahalov will stay at second with 2 outs. That'll bring up Rollo to the plate.
Next up, the catcher, number 22, Robert Lopez.
So Rollo coming up to the plate. Rollo 0 for 1. That's Merkel. With the delivery and the pitch. Just a piece of it there for Rollo. The count 0-1. Rollo popped up the third back in the first inning. 231 on the season with an RBI. He's up here with 2 outs, an 0-1 count. And that's going to hit him. As action in the bullpen has now 2 aboard. That'll bring up Jacob Mitchell. As Cody Milan in the bullpen for Central Methodist. Now 2 aboard and a pinch runner at first. As Andrew Ogletree at first base to run for Rollo. So runners at first and second now with 2 outs for Jacob Mitchell. So Mahalov at second. And the pitch. That's popped up in the air, foul out of play. And 0-1 the count on Jacob Mitchell. Mitchell walked his last time up. Led the team in walks a year ago. And is near the all-time leader mark in free passes. See 0-1 pitch here. And that's popped up there, running over there, looking to try and grab it and bring it in. Does. As Mises, and that'll do it. Saints will leave 2 aboard, but they get 3 across, and we'll head to the top of the third. 3-0 Saints lead. You're watching Saints Baseball on the OLLU Saints Network at KSAT.com. And the pitch there for a ball, 1-0 the count as we start the top half of the third inning. And Saints with a 3-0 lead on Central Methodist. As Jose Mesa's going to be hit by a pitch, so second batter hit by a pitch. Ty Cook is out to talk to the umpire. So second batter, he's hit. Runner at first now. And that will bring up the top of the order, Julio Canales, who's 0 for 1.
The order, number 1, the second baseman, Julio Canales.
So runner at first now. That's Canales. Flied the left back in the first. And it's 2 of 3 here in the 2 games. That's a strike, 0-1. Canales, 51 games a year ago, 339 batting average, 30 RBIs, 61 hits, and 180 at bats. Jose Mesas. The throw back over to first there. So no balls, 1 strike now. So no balls, 1 strike. Ball on the count, 1-1. Saints with a 3-run lead here. Ty Cook working here with nobody out and a runner aboard at first base. After hitting Mesas. It's 2 balls, 1 strike. That's a grounder to short. Martinez to Chapa. Back over to first. Safe at first. As the ball was slow coming through the infield. And Chapa a little not able to turn on it. But 1 away. So 1 out. The runner at first still. That will bring on Devin Garcia to the plate. A throw over to first. That's Canales back. Garcia singled back in the first. 333 hitters so far this season. 500 on base. Looks at that one. So that one cuts inside for a strike in the count, 0-1. Here on Garcia. One, 2. Devin Garcia, senior from Bowling Green, Ohio. Transferred from Ohio University. Snowballs, 2 strikes, a pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3, 2 down. So Otero back up to the plate. Actually, going to be a pinch hitter, actually. Coming up is Logan McDonald, the sophomore from Goodyear, Arizona.
Pinch hitter number 32, Logan McDonald.
Coming up to the plate to bat for Otero. So McDonald coming up here with 2 outs in the top of the 3rd inning and a runner at first base. As Ty Cook picking up that strikeout. That's the 3rd strikeout of the game for Cook. And the pitch there for strike and the count 0-1 on McDonald. Logan McDonald played in just 3 games a year ago. No bats, had bats. But did score a run. Actually, was one at bat. It was hit by a pitch. Scored a run. And that's away off the plate, and the count 1-2 on McDonald. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 4 strikeouts for Cook. No runs, no hits, 1 left. Bottom of the 3rd coming. Saints lead 3-0. You're watching Saints baseball on the OLLU Saints Network and KSAT.com. And welcome back. Bottom of the 3rd, Jacob Montejano coming up to the plate for the Saints. See, hitting to a fielder's choice back in the 1st inning. 462 on the season, 533 on base percentage with 5 RBIs. Hey. That's a grounder, going to find its way to left field. So a leadoff single for Montejano. And that is going to bring up Noah Rodriguez to the plate.
The designated hitter, number 10, Noah Rodriguez.
So Noah Rodriguez, 1 for 1 with a solo shot his last time up. As still working in the bullpen is Central Methodist. Rodriguez steps into the box here. The runner at first, nobody out here, bottom of the 3rd. And that's lifted again to left. That ball has got a shot. They call it foul. As he sends it foul. He got a hold of it, but he sent it foul. So no balls, 1 strike here. The ball's one strike here. Now we're going to get the runner at first. And time called. And the throw to first again. One. That's high up in the air. Back towards the gap. The ball is going to be caught by Martinez. And going to be tagged off as double play, 2 down. So the base running mistake made there by Montejano. No. So coming up here, it's Connor Dayton. Dayton reached on an error last inning. Now it comes up with nobody on and 2 outs as the Saints give a break there to Merkel there, as Merkel will get the pitch there for a strike, 0-1.
Oh, they're in the red back.
So no balls, 1 strike. 2 outs now here to Dayton. And Dayton sends it high in the air. Running up for it is going to be Garcia. Garcia gets it and 3 away. Saints get no runs, 1 hit. We'll leave none. And we'll head to the top of the 4th. 3-0 Saints lead. You're watching Saints Baseball on the OLLU Saints Network, ksat.com. Top of the 4th inning. Saints lead 3-0 over the Eagles of Central Methodist out of the Heart of America Athletic Conference.
First baseman, number 9,
So Logan Herring to lead things off 0 for 1. He was called out because of a illegal equipment, illegal bat. His last time up. And that pitch is up high for a ball. I want to know the count. It's 1 ball, no strikes. And that one trails off the plate there for a ball on the count, 2-0 here. To Herring. It's 2 balls, no strikes to count here. The 2-0 pitch. Just again off that outside edge and a count 3-0. So Herring, Wesley, and Macias due up, and that pitch is down the middle, strike, count 3-1.
They were fully charged when we got here.
And they're both now dead.
So 3 balls, 1 strike. That's off the plate, ball 4. So a leadoff walk now.
Next up, the left fielder, number 27, Z. Wesley.
So that's why. But the other one's fully charged.
That's what patience is.
So runner at first now. An up high ball.
Because I think we have one
So one ball, no strikes here to Z Wesley. As Wesley grounded to short back in the first. Wesley homered for the only run scored in game one. Now 250 on the year, and that's going to be in there for a strike, and the count evens 1-1 to Wesley. One ball, one strike. Runner at first.
These are not just decorations.
The 1-1 pitch. 2-1 the count. So 2 balls, 1 strike.
But they have the other lenses on.
2-1 pitch. Inside, 3-1. So Cook in trouble of here of walking first 2 batters here this fourth. The 3-1 pitch. Ball 4. First and second now, nobody out, and that will bring Coach Jeremy Flores out to the mound. All right, back to you here. Sorry about that. One ball, no strikes here, the count. As Macias there. So that one ball, one strike, the count. Runners at first and second. And nobody out here in the top of the fourth. That one sent to right. And that's going to be foul. The count 1-2. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Throw it back over to second. That's 1-2 the count on Macias. The pitch popped up out of play. Count stays 1-2. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes.
For a while.
1-2 pitch. And count 2-2. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes. And a strike 3, 1 down. With 1 out. Here in the top of the 4th inning. The strikeout there, Adrian Martinez. 0-for-1 strikeout his last time. And time called. That's popped and drops. There's no balls, 1 strike. Here to Martinez. Runners at first and second, 1 out. And the pitch. Check swing right back over to Cook. First, 2 down. So Schwellenbach coming up to the plate here. That's popped up in the air. Rollo stops coming back for it and can't keep it. And that's going to roll off, and that's going to be 0-1 the count. So 0-1 the count here. And Schwellenbach 0-for-1. Struck out looking or swinging back in the second. 1 ball, 1 strike. And away their ball. 1-1 to count. 1 ball, 1 strike. And that one and a third. Over to first. And not going to be able to handle that one. A run is going to score. So runner on the corners now, and the score is 3-1. So the error on Dayton as the throw short. And so 3-1 the score now. So each team with an error now. And swing and a miss on that one to count. 0-1. With runners on the corners here. That's it's Jose Mesas. And he'll foul tip that and count 0-2. Saints lead 3-1 here after that run scored. The 0-2 pitch coming. Called a strike 3. And that is strikeout number 6. We'll go to the bottom of the 4th. Saints still lead 3-1. You're watching Saints Baseball on the OLLU Saints Network and KSAT.com. And welcome back. Next Saints broadcast will start tomorrow, 2 o'clock. For women's and men's basketball. Women tip off at 2, men at 4 o'clock as they take on the Mustangs of the University of the Southwest out of Hobbs, New Mexico, and Red River Athletic Conference basketball action. That's starting 2 o'clock for the women, around 4 o'clock for the men. Next baseball broadcast will be next Friday against Tabor. And that'll be here at Missions Baseball Academy, doubleheader Friday afternoon. The 7th, and again doubleheader on the 8th. Fouled away. 0-1. A count there for Alec Martinez. So no balls, 1 strike. As time called. As Martinez walked back in the 2nd inning. He's got a 300 on-base percentage so far this year. Here in his 3rd game. And that's fouled back out of play. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. To Alec Martinez. So Martinez, Chapa, and Mahaloff due up here in this bottom of the 4th. And fouls that back. Count stays 1-2. So the Saints, 3 runs, 4 hits, 1 error. And Central Methodist at 1 run, 1 hit, and 1 error here in this one. And a called strike 3, 1 away. So Ryan Chapa now to the plate.
Now letting the second baseman, number 1, Ryan Chapa.
So, So Chapa coming up to the plate here. Sacrifice bunt back in the second inning. Pitch on the way. As that bunt helped get things going for the Saints. Let's move the runners over to second and third, and then Matt Mahalov was able to double them in. I know the count to Chapa. So Chapa, the junior from Corpus. That's up high, ball on the count. 2-0 on Chapa. Two balls, no strikes. One out here. And the pitch. Swing and a miss on that one. 2-1 the count. So 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. The 2-1. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. So Merkel starting to settle down a little bit.
Wasn't in bad terms or anything like that.
2 balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch. Low and away, and the count is full now for Chapa. That's the top of the order on the on-deck circle. Matt Mahalov. That's pushed foul. Count stays full. So 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Ball 4. So Chapa will get aboard with 1 out, and that'll bring the top of the order, Matt Mahalov, up.
The leadoff man, right fielder Matt Mahalov.
So Mahalov is 2 for 2 today with a couple of RBIs, and I think that might be the end. Ready? So Cody Milan is coming in now for Central Methodist. Milan a 394 earned run average a year ago. 11 games. 11 games pitched last year. 16 innings total. .36 strikeouts, 13 walks. As Potogny again out there. Now the umpire. I'll have to talk to the manager there for Central Methodist, Nate Breland. And so Kenneth Rodriguez will come over to first base to run for Ryan Chapa.
Number 41, Kenneth Rodriguez, need to run for the Saints.
And so Matt Mahalev coming up to the plate to hit here. And the first pitch, high, underneath it. Step underneath there, Schwellenbach will bring it in. 2 down. So 2 outs with the runner still at first base. That'll bring up Jose Diaz to the plate. As Diaz 0 for 2.
Number 13, Jose Diaz.
And the pitch here to Diaz. First one on the way ball. 1-0 the count. Throw over to first. It's Rodriguez back. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th. Second game of a doubleheader scheduled for 7. The 1-0 pitch. Up high throw. And safe. Just back in time. So 2 balls, no strikes. With 2 outs, runner at first. The 2-0. Grounder. Schwellenbach over to second for the force, and that'll do it for the 4th. Head to the top half of the 5th. Saints still lead 3-1. You're watching Saints Baseball on the OLLU Saints Network at KSOT.com. And welcome back. Top of the order back up now for Central Methodist is Julio Canales coming up. Flight out to left back in the first. Fielder's choice in the second, 0 for 1. Or 0 for 2, actually. And the first pitch there for a strike. 0-1 the count. Canales. No balls, one strike. That's lined and pulled in there nicely by Dayton. Connor Dayton pulls that one in there and one away. That is going to bring up Devon Garcia. Garcia 1 for 2 this afternoon. That's popped up as Mahalov sliding and brings it down. 2 down. What a play by Matt Mahalov, who slides in and catches that at the shoelaces at 2 down. So 2 outs here now. And that will bring up Logan McDonald to the plate. McDonald 0 for 1, struck out his last time up. Therefore, a strike 0-1 the count to McDonald. Pitch here from Cook. Just a little low, ball 1. 1-1 now to Logan McDonald. Struck out swinging back in the third. And the pitch up high, 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike. And a strike call there, 2-2. Game 3 and 4 of the series tomorrow. You can catch that live stats for the doubleheader tomorrow. This will be live streaming basketball tomorrow afternoon. That's your 16th ranked Saints taking on the women's Saints. Take on the University of the Southwest at 2 o'clock, and the men take on the University of Southwest around 4 o'clock. So 3 balls, 2 strikes to count here. 2 outs, nobody aboard, and the pitch, and that's ball 4.
Next up, the first baseman, Logan Herring.
So Logan Herring now coming to the plate. Herring 0 for 1. Did walk and he scored. A throw over to first. Throw over to first there, not at time. The pitch there, swing and a miss on that one, as he got him twisted on that one in the count, 0-1. So balls, 1 strike. Herring out on a legal bat back in the first, walked in the fourth and scored a run. We'll send that one to left. Montejano back underneath it, and that'll do it. We'll get 1 aboard on a walk and leave 1. We'll head now to the bottom half of the 5th. Saints still lead 3-1. You're watching Saints Baseball, the OLLU Saints Network, and KSAT.com. And welcome back. So Rolo, Robert Lopez coming up to the plate here. Let's see, popped up the third, back in the first, hit by a pitch in the second. 231 on the season so far, and looks at the first pitch for a strike, 0-1 the count to Rolo.
I'd probably walk up to the saxophone solo with Carol's Whispers.
And that one lined right to Canales. And Canales brings it up and one down. So that will bring Jacob Mitchell to the plate. Junior out of Harker Heights, Texas.
23, Jacob Mitchell.
Makes his way up to the plate.
Did good, bad, ugly last year. Did the good, bad, and ugly.
And down low ball. So no balls are for a strike there. No balls, one strike.
Yes, Clark, that's who it was.
And the pitch there. Watches that one. Evens up the count. 1 ball, 1 strike. To Mitchell. Mitchell walked in the first. Flied to short. Back in the second. Watches that one low. Ball on the count. 2-1 now to Mitchell. 2 balls, 1 strike. Jacob Montejano in the on-deck circle. Two one. Ball on the count. 3-1 now. So 3-1 the count. And that's off the plate, ball 4. So second walk of the game there for Mitchell. And a runner at first now. With 1 out. That'll bring up Jacob Montejano. Montejano singled his last time up. Actually, no, walked. No, he did single his last time out. Was out on part of a double play as he went running on a fly ball. Was able to get doubled off there. 1 out here to runner at first for Montano. 5 RBIs this season. And that pitch inside, that caught the jersey, and that's at first base. It's going to be hit by a pitch. And so runners at first and second now with 1 out. And that'll bring up Noah Rodriguez.
Next up, the designated hitter, number 10, Noah Rodriguez.
And that'll be a pinch runner at second. As coming out, Jacob Mitchell coming out. Coming in is going to be John Ortega.
Number 31, John Ortega, run for the Saints.
Noah Rodriguez up to bat. It's Noah 1 for 2. Had a solo shot his first time up. And sent one deep to right center his last time. But was able to run it down for the catch. There's Noah Rodriguez coming up here. 1 out, 2 aboard. Connor Dayton on the on-deck circle. Rodriguez steps into the box. And the pitch. Catches the outside corner strike, 0-1 the count to Rodriguez. 200 hitter on the year so far. 1 home run, 1 RBI. That came in this game. Now with an 0-1 count. That one fighting some strike zone, and the count 0-2. No balls, two strikes. Time called. That's the 0-2 pitch. High in the air. Garcia back. Underneath it. Got it. Runner tags on his way to third. And safe is Ortega. So runners advance to second and third with two outs. And that
Batting the third baseman, number 5, Connor is.
so Connor Dayton coming up. So runners at second and third.
Fly out both
2 outs now for Connor Dayton.
to center and
It's not a sack.
that's not a sack for that. How's that not a sack?
Score. I told you about this. It's only if it's a bunt.
I thought sack
No.
flies when you advance the runners.
No, not a
That's just a fly out of the runners.
It's a sack fly if somebody scores.
No, I know. So, but then that's just only a fly out with runners advancing.
Right.
Okay.
Correct.
So 1 ball, 1 strike the count here with 2 outs. And a called strike there, 1-2 now the count on Connor Dayton.
Strike 1. Looking. Ball. Strike 2. Looking. Strike 3.
And strike 3. 3 away, they'll leave 2 aboard. We'll head to the top of the 6th. 3-1 Saints lead. You're watching Saints Baseball on the OLLU Saints Network, KSAT.com. So 1 ball, no strikes the count here at the top of the 6th inning. Over the first, 1 away.
So, Ryan, you were wrong, huh?
1 out here at top of the 6th.
But yeah. Just for the regular.
Guys.
Put it right. Now batting the catcher, number 24, Sergio Macias.
It's a bunt.
Yeah.
And you advance. It's a sack. It's a fly or a bunt.
So the
That's inside for ball 2 and 0.
that's
I'm
probably
not
what.
sure what they do, but I
Yeah,
know NCAA.
So 2 balls, no strikes.
probably thinking majors.
What are you gonna do?
I am. I said I was thinking majors.
So 3 and 0 the count.
What he thought.
So wait, hold on. Hold on. Two.
3 and 0 the count.
Sorry, I'm doing this weird. I think all this is in.
So 3 balls, no strikes.
Well, she just called me a little bit before you did. Because y'all were all
Ball
like
4.
3-0. So I think she's. Yeah.
So runner aboard now with 1 out on top of the
I
6th.
don't know if.
Next up, the right fielder, number 2, Adrian
Well,
Martinez.
yesterday he was saying. I don't know. He wasn't.
I think they, yeah, they pitched.
I don't know what his situation is. So. Yesterday he was like, so, but I was like, but that doesn't keep you from not going home.
Keep an eye on him. I'll watch.
Like, if you go home for the weekend, maybe
So runner at first here, 1 out. That's sent high in the air to right field. Mahalev gets it. 2 down. Runner stays at first. That brings up Mason. Actually, Mason Schwellenbach.
Mason Schwellenbach. Yep.
Schwellenbach
Was a flyout, yeah. So,
0 for 2 has an RBI. Reached on an error. Reached on that error back in the 4th inning.
how do you feel the next game? I can wear a shirt that says, I don't know what a sock fly is.
So 0 and 1 the count here.
No,
And a grounder is at the left field. And it's going to be a base hit. Runners at first and second now with 2 outs.
I didn't know if it's I was just trying to explain myself. I wasn't trying to say it wrong. Next up, the shortstop, number 3, Jose Meneses.
So Mason's coming up to the plate now. 0 for 1 on the afternoon. As he comes up now with runners at first and second. Tying run is at first. And the pitch here from Cook is a strike, 0 1 the count.
So if you want to drive to the baseball field,
No balls, 1 strike.
or if you just want to go anywhere, which one's more chill in the room, I'll get there.
And the pitch away, 1 1 the count.
Yeah. I asked the twins what was for dinner.
1 ball, 1 strike.
I think they are going to drink later on. Yeah, they bought stuff for everyone. But okay, I'm in the first box, so just text me. Are you gonna start hitting over here?
So 2 balls, 1 strike the count here.
Okay.
Meneses was hit by a pitch back in the 3rd, struck out looking in the 4th. Still hitless on the year. The hit here would be big for Central Methodist. And that one caught the bat. And a foul ball, strike 2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 2-run Saints lead here, top of the 6th.
I think that's what they're trying to do. These guys are less too more stuff than soccer players.
So 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Okay, I'll give you that. I'll give you
dramatic. Like, we just get over it, the girls. Like, dude, I was so. Okay, I thought they were doing that on purpose because they like doing. If they like distracting people and working off that team is like working off of free throws.
Oh, okay. So the girls are calm, huh? What about the one at? Bottom of the sixth inning here. Saints with a 3-2 lead here. As Milan still on the mound for Central Methodist. The pitch fouled back, 0-1 the count.
Ambulances were coming and my girl's like, no one look over there. She's passing out having a seizure. No one look.
So no balls, one strike. For Alec Martinez, walked in the second, struck out looking in the fourth. Sends that one up high in the air as Wesley coming up underneath and actually backing up there is going to be the shortstop. See if pulls it in. One away.
Next up, the second baseman, number 1, Ryan Chapa.
So Ryan Chapa to the plate. So Chapa coming up to the plate here. That's sent over to right and pulled down by Martinez and 2 away. So Matt Mahaloff coming to the plate, the leadoff hitter. Matt 2 for 3 with a couple of RBIs today.
Leadoff hitter, the right fielder, number 29, Matt Mahalo.
So Mahaloff steps up to the plate. Singled up the middle of the first. Double 2 RBIs in the second and popped out back in the fourth. So pitch there, a strike, 0-1 the count on Mahaloff with 2 away. That low, and the count evens 1 ball, 1 strike. So the 1-1 pitch. That fouls back. And the count 1-2 now on Mahaloff. No balls, 2 strikes. Pitch. Just off the plate ball, and the count evens 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bottom of the sixth. Saints with a 2-run lead here. And the pitch from Milan. Going to find its way into right field. 3rd hit of the day for Matt Mahaloff. That'll bring up Jose Diaz to the plate. So Diaz coming up to the plate. 0 for 3 so far here in game number 2 of this doubleheader. Had 2 hits in the first game of the doubleheader. The pitch here. Diaz will send it, and that's going to drop for a base hit. He's 1 for 3 now. And runners at first and second now with 2 outs. That'll bring up Robert Lopez. Actually, yeah, Robert Lopez will be coming up to the plate.
Next up, the catcher, number 22, Robert Lopez.
So Rolo coming up 0 for 2. Popped up to third back in the first, was hit by a pitch in the second, and lined to second back in the 5th inning. 214 batting average so far in the year, 389 on base percentage. So we're going to have a pitching change here. And with the pitching change, we'll take a break. You're watching Saints Baseball on the OLLU Saints Network and KSAT.com. Top of the seventh inning coming up. Top of the seventh inning. Top of the order here for Central Methodist is Canales. First pitch there, a ball, 1-0 the count. A strike, 1-1 the count now. So 1 ball, 1 strike the count here to Canales. One ball, 2 strikes. As Canales fly to left back in the first, fielder's choice in the third, line to third back in the 5th inning. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes. The pitch got a piece of it. The count stays 1-2. Devon Garcia, the on deck circle. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes. So Jose Diaz moving over from center to the mound, trying to look for his first save of his career. And a third strike there, over to first. 1 away.
Now that is the center fielder, number 7, Devon Garcia.
So Devon Garcia coming up to the plate now, 1 for 3. First pitch there, a ball, 1-0 the count. And a strike, 1-1. It's 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out here for Garcia. And swings at that one. The count 1-2. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes. And that's fouled back in the count 1-2. That's 1 ball, 2 strikes. It's Ryan Magorian in the on-deck circle, looking to pinch hit for McDonald here. Swing and a miss. Strike 3 and 2 down now. So Magorian will come in as a pinch hitter. So Magorian, a junior from Alcuin, Illinois, to the plate here with 2 outs. And the Saints out away from a victory here and splitting this doubleheader. And Jose Diaz an out away from his first career save. Ty Cook right now would get the win. If things stay the same here as as Merkel would pick up the loss. So 0-1 the count there. One, a swing foul there. Count 0-2 now on McGarrigan. Saints a strike away for picking up their second win of the year. Going to 2-3 if they can hold on here. The 0-2 pitch. Watches that one. Ask if he went, says he didn't. So 1-2 the count now. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Logan Herring in the on-deck circle. Time called. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs here. The pitch. Sends that one to left. Going to drop. Base hit. The tied run comes to the plate. It's Logan Herring.
Now batting the first baseman, number 9, Logan Herring.
It's Herring 0 for 2. Reached on a walk and scored. Back in the 4th. Pinch runner coming in. As Raul Cosme coming in to run at first base.
Pinch runner for the Eagles, number 8, Raul Cosme.
As Herring steps onto the box here. Herring still hitless on the year. Scored a run in the 4th inning. A lone run so far for Central Methodist. That's up high for a ball. 1-0 the count. It's 1 ball, no strikes. Runner at first. Watches that one high. 2-0. So 2 balls, no strikes here. As Diaz has gone high with a fastball, 2 pitches in a row there. The 2-0 pitch. Fouls it off. The count goes 2-1. Change it up a little bit. So 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. The 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. So 2-2 count here with a runner at first. With 2 outs in the top of the 7th. Saints a strike away from the win here. The 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that'll do it. Saints get the win 3-1. As Ty Cook will get the win, he'll go to 1-0. The save will go to Jose Diaz, his first for the year and the first of his career.
Join us tomorrow.
Losing pitcher is going to be Nick Merkel. As the Saints again back in action tomorrow, starting at noon for Game 1. You'll be able to follow that on live stats tomorrow. There's no live broadcast for that one, just the live stats. Next broadcast for Saints Athletics will be tomorrow at 2 o'clock. Tip-off time is your 16th ranked Arlington Lake University Saints taking on the University of the Southwest. Tip-off at 2 o'clock, and then men's basketball at 4 o'clock. So, from everybody here at Missions Baseball Academy, Saints win. So long, everybody.